Hello guys, and welcome to Total War Warhammer 2. I got into trying some free-for-all with my multiplayer buddies from both stream and the videos. What we're looking at right now is a Dark Elf army controlled by Sir Travis from the Supreme Ruler, Crusader King, and maybe Imperator series. Yeah, I believe he was in all of those. He put together a little Dark Elf army, as we can see here. His formation is a little strange, but I could tell you why it is the way it is. So he basically took an entire row of dark shards, which are just, standard missile infantry, lined them up. He took some repeater crossbows here, they're missile cav, and his Reaper bolt throwers, which are a siege equipment, a field artillery, and that appears to be placed, I don't know if that's movable around, it looks like it has wheels. Then he took his melee front line, and he just dropped it in the middle of his archers. One on each side, because he has an enemy on each side. We have this hill, and we're all spread in a circle around it. He's got some, what does he have? Some spears, dread spears. He got some XP on these, actually. Witch elves, and what's this? More witch elves. So, some elite melee fighting units, and some generic spear units, plus some halberds. Black Guard of Nagaron. Oh my. Okay. Let's see what else we have. If we move it along here. Oh yeah, that's right. So this is Toxic Player, who you might know from Supreme Ruler Ultimate. He did not place his army where it's supposed to be. He took what looks like a Beastman army, I believe, and he just went ahead and put this is Beastman. He just went ahead and deployed all of it forward, because they have the ability to deploy beyond their lines, and he put it in the middle of some of the Bretonnian lines here, and Bretonnia's being played by DK, who is actually the guy that got me into streaming. Well, we can see that not all these Beastmen units were able to deploy forward, as he had some ogres, some minotaurs, monsters, centaurs, you name it, just chilling in the rear here. But a lot of his stuff was able to deploy forward from the Gore Herd, which he has dumped XP into, as well as some harpies in the air, and some more centaurs back here, actually. Otherwise, it seems he basically just made his army almost entirely Gore Herd, and then just pumped as much XP into them as possible, while also bringing some, but not all, with shields. Yep, and he's got his Kazarak One Eye, as well as, what's this? Tuskgore Chariots, a little chariot unit to mash through some enemies. Bretonnia, played by DK, has some very unfortunate units just already that were supposed to probably be hidden, but clearly they're not. Mounted Yeoman Archers, we have Mounted Yeoman Archers. Oh man, XP'd out to hell too. In this one, 2 seconds have gone by before I could pause it. And this one's already like a quarter dead. And here's another one, Mounted Yeoman Archers. It's all archers that got caught here. That's crazy. Facing the incoming Beastmen herds is Peasant Bowmen, which are definitely not ready for this. Plus some Blessed Field Trebuchets. Peasant Bowmen. It's almost all range. At least, this is what I can see. Remember, I can't see everything, so I might be missing stuff from some of these armies, because it's through my point of view, but it's what I see everywhere. Bowmen, Trebuchets, Bowmen, Trebuchets. If he has melee units, which he probably does somewhere, I don't see them currently. What I do see is a bunch of missile units that are about to die. If it wasn't already super obvious what's going on here, we're not taking this fight extremely seriously. This is us just messing around. We had no idea how you win a free-for-all or what you're even supposed to do in it. We just picked some silly armies and started trash-talking each other while we were loading. Because this game, for some reason, unlike every Total War game before it, takes infinitely long to load. I don't know why. So, there was a lot of trash talk, yeah. We were trash talking like, oh, we're gonna gang up on Travis, oh, and then some stuff happens here. As you can see, he's got some trebuchets aimed directly at my army. Let's look at my army. My army's a bunch of high elves, and I thought I would be a little silly with this as well. I have a front line of spearmen. They're not placed here to be a front line, they're just placed here to be here. And then I have behind that a fuck ton of Lothern Sea Guard with shields. These are hybrid melee range units. I need this foliage off. Thank you. And then we have here the, 2 Star Dragons. Yes. We have Alith Anar, my leader, and a Life Mage who for some reason changes his animation like stance based on LOD. That doesn't make any sense, but yeah, that's the situation. And so I'm going to go ahead and unpause, and we're going to see what's going to be happening here. Let's go look at this. Already, just hordes of arrows being thrown in. But are some peasant bowmen with fire arrows really going to be enough for this? Probably not. The yeoman archers are running away, shooting at the chariots, but I mean, what are the chariots, like, how are they going to get stopped by this? They're not. The beastmen are just charging in, and they've, oh, that wasn't a very good charge, actually. They're doing more damage just up close than anything else. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Half speed, we can see. Now, this was a mistake on DK's part. He didn't intend to do this. As you can see here, his trebuchets have started opening fire on me. This is because he had the game so that it was just free fire, auto fire from the very beginning. Fire at will orders pretty much is what he did. And so, let me actually put that on like that. He started shooting my Lothern Sea Guards with shields and doing quite a number on the ones out here to the side. And so this is where all the memeing stopped. We were all in voice call together. I said, all right, fine then. Travis, truce? Because this guy's shooting me. He didn't mean to, but it was too late for that. And Travis was like, because Toxic was talking mad shit about Travis in the loading screen as well. So he wanted to go after Toxic. I wanted to get revenge on this. So, as we can see, I'm starting to reform my whole army to basically just go run in that direction. Just little bit by little bit. While over here, the beastmen are charging in. Let's get you that little cinematic shot. Charging in. And, oh hey, here's some, actually no, these are the yeoman archers. I was gonna say, these are some melee units. No, these are yeoman archers in melee combat against beastmen that are probably gonna tear their fucking heads off. Yeah, it's just a wash of Frenchmen fleeing, screaming. Some trebuchets still firing over the hill. I don't even know what that was trying to fire at over here, I guess. He just has them on auto fire. Look how, oh my god, we got some spells coming down. Holy shit, blowing up. I gotta slow this down. Over here we have yeoman archers running for their lives. Beastmen, Bray Shaman, yep. As you can see, the Bretonnians are pretty much in full retreat already. The beastmen fell upon this mostly range stack and they're just completely dying. A lot of the bowmen, a good chunk of them here, have run away at pretty much full health, and they're trying to form firing lines, but as you can see, it's not going to work out too well because the beastmen are already on top of them. The trebuchets are now getting rammed up the ass. The ones firing at me are not going to be firing at anyone anymore. These beastmen right here are charging into the rear of these bowmen. And they can't really get away. Yeah, caught up. But he keeps trying to run them away. I started running over. And you're actually going to see me moving away now that I'm not being fired at anymore. I took a closer look at what was happening here. And Toxic said, I'm telling you, Rez, you don't want to come over here. And after a careful analysis, I decided that based on where Travis was, that I did in fact not want to go over here. Now, this is also before we realized that what you need to win a free-for-all is points. It's not based on who's the last standing. It's based on who earns the most points from killing. We didn't know that yet. So I was like, oh shit, you know, maybe I don't want to die while there's another army out there I had to kill. I was playing this very survivalist, like the person that hides in a battle royale till the very end just to snipe the dude that's in second place that has been killing everybody until the end. Basically like that. But also, there was just this fleeing wave of Bretonnians headed towards me. And I was like, I don't want to waste my army on things that are going to die. And it's like an immovable object or like a wave. It's a tidal wave. You can't just stop it. Oh man, there's some Bretonnian magic being cast over there. Did some damage, but leader or prophetess of the heavens here, yeah, she's not doing so hot. Not at all. No, not at all. A lot of these archers are just stacked up. Oh, they're getting some firing back in. Micromanagement's a little bit split there for Toxic. I'm amazed that actually didn't do more damage considering what these are. They're just normal gore herd. Maybe it did more damage, less kills, but yeah, still just running around. A lot of micromanagement stretch here from the part of the Bretonnians and the Beastmen. As you can see, just all these things just sitting around doing nothing. Oh my god, he actually got these. They're running. Oh, it's a morale break. He got 30 more kills and they started running. This group over here is not looking too hot, but one of them's hot enough to get some kills. As you see, I have no points. We have not figured out this point thing yet. Oh, but over here, the Dark Elves have begun engaging one of the fleeing yeoman archers that recovered. Just getting some points, slaughtering them. He's moving very cautiously as well. The enemy lord is dead. Yep, that's the Bretonnian lord, dead. We got DK over here reforming troops. I remember this. I remember what happened here. He was so busy, constantly fleeing towards me, and I was running out of space on the map to go. I was cornered. And I was just thinking, I just want to, you know, win. I just want to kill and live. And so I told DK, that's it. If you reach this forest, like I have my line of my firing line here ready to open fire and slaughter, and my dragons were ready. I told him, if you reach these woods, I'm opening fire. I'm on fire at will. If you get here, you die. You turn around now or I'm killing you. And so that's what he's doing. He's running back towards the Beastmen rather than running into my firing line. Over here I have my dragons just standing because I was kind of watching Travis thinking, maybe I should get ready to pounce a little bit once his army hits this army. But I need to be prepared as well for when the Beastmen clash with us. So that's what's happening here. Speaking of Beastmen, this one's recovering, but he's gonna get shot into like crazy. Oh my god, it's a massacre. Jesus Christ, there's none left. There's none left. They all just got murdered. Doesn't say much. The Beastmen are now running off to the bottom of the map. I don't know why. This was recorded like many months ago. Some fleeing units ran into my site. So like I said, I was on fire at will. So they just opened fire. I don't know if I let this happen or I just don't stop or whatever. But yeah, there's some firing. Doesn't give you any points to fire on these routing units, looks like. The Dark Elves are moving a line forward, but he's really keeping his line. He's not charging in, and the Beastmen are kind of hiding here while they try to wait and see what's happening. And the Bretonnians are stuck between a rock and a hard place, trying to figure out where the hell they're going to go. They can't come to me because they're going to die. They can't go over here because they're going to die. He's already seen the Dark Elves with fire on him, so there's just a lot of posturing happening right now. Yeah, that shit didn't give me any points. Well, that's sad. Let's speed it up real quick. You can see the Bretonnians moving forward. Oh! And in range of the Dark Elf siege equipment, the field artillery. It took a nasty little hit there from that field artillery. Oh, here comes more. Oh, man. Just absolutely disintegrating some Bretonnians. Looks like he's going in to fight the Dark Elves. Yeah, he's not even going in to fight the Beastmen that ravaged him. And Toxic's kind of like taking advantage of this. He's like, all right, I'm just going to cycle around behind the Bretonnians. I'm going to put the Bretonnians in between me and the Dark Elves. And it's working because Travis is opening fire. He's taking his range units out in the front. And he's opening fire on the Bretonnians, who now have decided that they want to go fight the Beastmen. So he's just getting some free kills in there. Oh, he might be changing his mind though. He's running away. My dragons are still postured, and I've moved my units because I know what I'm going to have to crash in against. But the Bretonnians are pretty much reaching their targets, and yep, the Beastmen are charging in their columns. Oh man. Already Centaur's charging in from the side here, and into the rear of the now fleeing archers, who didn't even get a single volley off before this nonsense started. And the Harpies are flying out. Camera's shaking as all the fucking Beastmen Goreherd are getting in. Getting some volleys off at least. He's gonna deal some damage. But as you can guess, yeah, these peasant bowmen are not long for this world. What are the Harpies doing? They're getting a little too close to the Dark Elves, but the Dark Elves are just shooting Bretonnians. Oh no, he put some of them on the Harpies. The Harpies are chasing these Bretonnians, I think. Yeah, and now the Dark Elves are getting pretty close to the Beastmen. Harpies are running away. The Goreherd's now running back while getting shot at because he doesn't want to clash with the fully formed, like not injured at all, Dark Elves, and the Dark Elves are really at full strength, and this is just a hit and run squad. It's not meant for a full confrontation with a proper army, and that's why he's holding off. And so yeah, we're gonna have a good moment of posturing here, but I'll speed it up. As you can see, Peasant Bowman's still alive. I think maybe Travis was using DK to his advantage a little bit here, kind of mostly sparing him. Because yeah, look, he's focusing all his fire on Toxic. There might have been some shit talking in the voice call while this was happening for just all of us to fire here. Hell, I even moved my dragons over here just to stop him from coming towards me. But yeah, it definitely appears like Travis is just using DK. But looks like some of DK's units have recovered and are now firing at Travis. Maybe intentionally, maybe on accident. Regardless, Travis is responding in kind to the threat that he's actually facing. As we can see. But they're firing into trees, so a lot of their shots will be cut off by the trees. And here comes another wave, oh my god, of beastmen. Oh, I feel bad for these. Oh man, yeah, they're just dead. Holy shit. Oh my god. And now this thing's coming out. Woo! I don't know if this thing did anything all game this whole time. Just the heroes, just his big boys charged out, really. Oh, he took those harpies and charged them in on the Reaper bolt throwers. Wow, that's a big fuck you kind of move. And the best part is, it's working. This completely succeeded. Through a mixture of probably like friendly fire and just scaring the shit out of them with the harpies and attacking. He may have lost those harpies, but he wiped out completely the Reaper bolt throwers. And my dragons are reposturing, my men are moving up as I'm getting ready to directly engage the Gore Herd now. I decided to move up, seems like, and not just do nothing. Getting some shots in of my own. Oh my god, was that the dragon? What did that? Oh no, that was my leader, I think. Yeah. That was Alith. He's got a special bow. Alith is firing while moving against the Peasant Bowmen, and now they're shattered. I have my first 61 points from getting hits in before the shattering. We got a melee front, a dual dagger infantry. Oh my god. The fucking Dark Elf, half-naked women cutting apart the Peasant Bowmen while a gigantic fucking beastman monster lands on all of them. Holy shit. Wow, it's a bad day to be a half-naked Dark Elf woman. And now these guys are here. Oh, the screaming. Oh my god. Are they having fun or are they terrified? I can't tell. Anyway, let's go see how the other ones are doing. Fighting cavalry. I can't tell if these are battle cries or if they're just screaming for their lives. But either way, my troops are running in, but the beastmen all mostly seem to be charging the Dark Elves, completely ignoring my advance, which is hilarious. Oh, the harpies are back and landing on top of the archer cavalry belonging to the Dark Elves. Wow. Big fuck you moves right there. Successful landing, got some of them. He's running them away, but we got some halberds engaging some beastmen over here. Oh man, got a front line of beastmen up against the spearmen of the Dark Elves. This is more entertaining than I remember it being, but I wasn't actually doing anything for most of the fight when we played it. I had no idea what was happening. Oh man, monsters, but at least they're up against spears. Looks like those girls were completely overrun. Yeah, they were anti-infantry units and they were hit by monsters. Oh, there's some Dark Elf magic though. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. That wiped out some good beastmen. As we can see, the beastmen are trying to run around and flank, surround the Dark Elf army. I mean, look at the points he has. He's playing pretty well with this army, and I'm being so passive. I'm getting some more points now that I'm charging in. I'm charging in just kind of in the rear of both of them. My dragons were just chasing after these harpies to make sure they don't come back. They've probably fired some of their dragon breath by this point, and I started charging up behind these. I believe they had fired at me at least a little bit by this point, but I think I also warned him to run. It's Alith just shooting a little bit against them that's getting me some kills. Oh, 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 oh. I don't think he really knows what to do with them. Oh my god. But he's now shooting me, so he's officially my problem. It might have been accidental, though, probably. My dragons are still just flying in over here. I don't know where they're going. I think I was just sending them in to get some, like, big from above, like, fire attacks. Yeah, here we go. Some fire breathing. I aimed right for the beastman, though. Yeah, I aimed in for the beastman with that fire breath. And that's why I sent those guys over there. I just came in to join the chaos, pretty much. Let's turn on that hide foliage all the time. And I started opening fire on pretty much everybody. And here comes the big beast coming for me. Fucking curb stomping my spears. And then getting a nice attack from the rear from my bow-wielding high elves right here. What are they called? Lothern Sea Guard, yeah. I've only played 100 hours of this one, not as much. So he's gonna get a little fucked up here, as we can tell. But while he's knocking the spearmen around, they're still spearmen. As you can see, this guy's getting fucked up, especially with all the range, too. He's losing his morale rapidly and his health. He's about to have to, like, flee. Now he's trying to jump on these guys. You see that, though? He doesn't do a whole lot of damage right now. He mostly just breaks up a formation. But, as you can see, he's about to run. We also got some beastmen here on the front engaging what looks like my spearmen, primarily. It looks like he's running now. Yep, he's fleeing. Oh, and I got the fire breath from the dragons on these beastmen that have charged me from the front. This one's running around, I think, because it got shot at. You could tell it got shot by, like, 2 arrows, because of how much is bleeding with the blood DLC, of course. That front line charge against me pretty much failed, dealing little to no casualties. Of course, it was a hit-and-run stack. Their fight was pretty much the most climactic thing. The two armies spent a lot of their power against each other. There's just this big remainder of beastmen and dark elves here. Holy dark elf magic, Batman. Holy dragon joining in the fray, attacking everyone. Now that's what I call a free-for-all. Jesus Christ. And now the dragon runs away because he's done his job. This is just chaos, bro. This game is so much more fun to watch than it is to play. Holy shit. I'm having fun just watching it. I don't have any fun playing this game. That's why you don't see a lot of these videos on Total War Warhammer. Some recovering dark elves, but not many. Dark elves shooting arrows at my dragons, but getting shot at by my arrow lines. I brought a lot of them. I also brought that healer. But that healer didn't get to see a whole lot of usage. All in all, it's safe to say the battle here is basically won. Let's speed it up. You see, I'm just shooting some fire breath occasionally, shooting some arrows. I'm not charging in because we still haven't figured out the point system yet. We're just kind of shit-talking each other in the actual voice chat and laughing our asses off about what's happening as you see the dragons just kind of charging in on anybody. The dark elf, anything with a bow, is now just shooting at my dragons. I started moving my units, kind of charging in to mop up the remainder of the enemy forces. Holy fucking dark elf magic, Batman. Now I'm getting hit with it. That hurts. But, as you see, this shaman's just sitting here doing nothing. He's broken. He's routing. The leader, Kazric, is having a dragon land on him, and so he's routing. Also, Malekith and some Dread Spears here, leaders of the Dark Elves, have a dragon landing on them. There's another dragon overhead landing on these Dark Riders in the rear. They're fleeing. Yep. And my giant remaining stack that has been just way too cautious this entire battle as we try to figure out what the fuck a free-for-all even was, is doing this. The arrows are opening fire, and really all that it comes down to is Malekith on his little cavalry here, who has a leadership bonus, little buff here. Let's go ahead and speed it up. I think you can guess how this goes. But yeah, that's that. That was our first ever, like, multiplayer game of Total War Warhammer 2 in terms of PvP. We've done some co-op campaigns, and we've streamed those already on this channel. The archives will be there forever if you want to see them. This was our first ever, not only multiplayer, but free-for-all. As you can see, these poor fucking things came back. Dragons landing on them, getting completely shot. This was a fun thing. Valiant defeat. Yeah, because technically I came in third place. I was really confused by this screen when it popped up, because I thought I had won. and Toxic was sure he had lost. But that's the whole thing. That is the whole thing. End replay. That was a lot of fun to play and to watch back, I think. As you can see, the scores here, this is when we realized there were scores when we saw this after. Remaining units, kills overall, poor DK with his completely ranged setup. He didn't have any melee at all. No wonder it all died. Travis was very cautious as well. Surprisingly, not getting as much kills in as I would suspect with how cautious he played. And how, I don't know, like, well he went in there. His score, nice and high. But still, not as much as I would expect. I'm amazed that I got even this much score since I spent so much time shooting at routing units that gave me no score. I'm amazed I got this many kills at all, if Travis only got this many. Toxic getting this much, I mean, we know where that came from. We know what army that came from. But shit, dude, everyone said they had fun after this. I had a lot of fun. I don't really have much else to say. We did a couple more of these. I'll go ahead and, like, narrate those as well. I think that would be a lot of fun. We also did like a co-op where we had a big siege, 4 of us defending against 4 AI in a massive siege battle. So I'm looking forward to posting those. Let me know what you guys thought about this battle. Hope you found it entertaining as well. For now though, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.